Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, welcome back to episode 9 of the Snippet Podcast with your boy Raf, and I'm joined again by my lovely co-host, my brother in the game, JB. Tell him what I want.
How's it going, people? Back again for another episode. Good to be back. Yeah, man. Today we're going to be jumping on the wave, Raf. We're going to be jumping on trends.
Big trends.
What are we talking about today? You tell them.
Today, we're going to be talking about possibly one of the biggest events that is to take place in the YouTube scene, KSI versus Logan Paul round 2. So, for those of you that are unaware, it's going to be a big madness. It's basically just KSI, one of the biggest British YouTubers, taking on Logan Paul, one of essentially the biggest American YouTubers, in a boxing match. Round 2, they fought each other. Oh God, how long ago was it? Last year? Year before, I think.
They fought last November, I think.
Last November. And spoiler alert, if you haven't watched it, you should have watched it because it was everywhere. The fight ended up in a draw. So they're going to be doing round 2 end of this month, I think it is, isn't it? No, end of November even.
Start of November.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Even I got the dates wrong. But yeah,
myself... November 5th.
November the 5th, yeah.
It's huge, man. I don't even think it needs explaining. It's just anyone who's watching our video or listening to our podcast will know about it. I don't think they'll even need to be told what's going on. But
for real, man.
Yeah, man. It's going to be a pretty big event. I mean, I'm excited for it. I'm not going to lie. It'll be pretty cool.
It's going to be live on Sky Sports box office and everything. You know, the bookies are coming in heavy.
Is it box office or is it? I thought it was on DAZN, no?
I was reading something just a minute ago. It says KSI spectacular match with Logan Paul is live on Sky Sports box office.
No way, they've actually got box office as well. Fair play. All right, well, yeah. Anyway,
Mad.
What are we going to speak about? We're going to speak about the fight. Who do we think is going to win? Whether or not we think it's going to be good for boxing. How this can change YouTube. And various other things, really. We'll just kind of have a little blab about it and see where it takes us.
Yes. Jump into it?
Yeah, man. Yeah, cool. So, Raf.
Yes, brother.
Who's going to
win? Personally, I don't know who's going to win. Like, from what I'm seeing a lot of chat from KSI, and I'm seeing...
podcast over, that's it.
Yep.
Bye-bye.
All right, catch you in the next one, guys. Peace. But, personally, I do want KSI to win, because obviously British boy in that, it would be great for the British YouTubing scene as well, and it will just be like, we saw the way he was over from the first fight, like doing his best, and Logan really wasn't like. Personally, I thought the first match should have gone to KSI, then that's it, done and dusted, but obviously the ref had different plans. Logan obviously is a much more experienced fighter. I think he done, amateur wrestling when he was younger, and kickboxing with his brother Jake Paul. I can't remember off the top of my head, but so he's actually got that fighting experience, whereas KSI is more of like, the boy that plays the video games and then just jumps into it. He does his music and stuff, but it is going to be a close one. Who do you think is going to win?
I don't know, mate. I don't know.
It's hard,
I'm like
man.
you. I mean, I want KSI to win because obviously I've been watching him like, I don't know, God knows how many years now. I've been watching his every single video pretty much. Like, you're almost like growing up with him in a way since your teenagehood. And all of our mates talk about him all the time. We like watching his videos, so it'd be cool if he wins, man. I will be backing him. But yeah, Logan obviously has that. He has just a more athletic ability about him. He's taller. He's obviously got a better reach. Looks the real deal.
Yeah.
And I think in the first fight, in the first couple of rounds, he was dominating JJ as well. So I mean, if he can keep that dominance, across the whole fight, then obviously he's going to win. But having said that, I think KSI is going to be a much better boxer. He talks a good game on YouTube anyway. We obviously haven't seen much footage from both fighters, but Yeah, man. I think my heart is saying KSI, to be honest. Like, I
Mm.
have no idea what Logan's going to come out with, but I don't know. Yeah, JJ just talks a really good game, and you know what he's like, man. If he puts his head to something, then he seems to just do it and get the result. So I don't know. I'll go KSI.
Fair dues, man. Fair dues. I mean, to be fair, we've seen obviously KSI transform his body into this sort of like athlete body. You know, he's had a massive transformation of him losing weight, his whole like gym routine, dietary plans and stuff. So yeah,
Yeah.
it would be quite phenomenal for him to just like, you know, bag the win, especially compared to like Logan, who's actually had a sort of athletic build, like, you know, from his experience in different sports and that. But I mean, it's just looking like a very tough decision. I mean, they're only a few ages in, like a few years in difference in age. Like you said, Logan's taller by just literally 2 inches. He's heavier by 2 pounds. But yeah, I don't know, bruv. I don't know. It's just gonna be a bit. We just have to wait and see.
Yeah.
We just have to wait and see.
It's hard to call.
Mm.
It would be good though. I'm looking forward to it. Like, you know, when you have conversations about with your mates and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, you say you're gonna watch KSI vs Logan Paul, and they might be like, "Nah, I'm not watching that rubbish, man." Blah blah blah. But do you know what? Like, I'm not gonna lie about it. I think it's gonna be good. The only problem is that it's on at like 4 in the morning, isn't it? in Los
Yeah, that's the
Angeles?
only thing. So you're gonna have to stay up to
That's
watch
gonna
it
be
and
a
everything.
problem. But yeah, like I suppose that goes on to the conversation of, you know, what do actual boxing fans think of this, and is it because obviously this event has been quite controversial in the sense that it's getting all of this recognition from the Zone and Sky Sports, as you say,
Yeah.
and then there are boxers that have been fighting their whole, you know, training their whole lives, you know, with not even 1/millionth of the money that these guys have,
Yeah.
and these guys just get like a platform for them, tens of thousands of people, you know, watching them live, millions around the world.
It's mad. It is mad.
And you can kind of sympathize slightly with those people who are annoyed about it, but at the same time, in my opinion, boxing is a business, as a lot of other podcasters have spoke about this too.
Yeah.
And ultimately, if people want to watch it, then people want to watch it. It's just
Yeah. It's entertainment after all, isn't
you
it?
can't you can't argue with that. Exactly, it's an entertainment business, and that's it really. If people want to watch and tune in, then clearly it's entertaining, and that's it. Um, yeah, I don't know what you think as a YouTuber as well.
This is the
Who's
thing.
obviously,
Like
you know,
looking
within
at
the scene and whatnot. What do you think about it?
speaking to people in the YouTube community, they're hyped about it because, you know, obviously you've got the Americans that like KSI and don't really like Logan Paul, and then you got some UK fans that like Logan Paul. It's like vice versa, reverse in a way. But I mean, I remember when the first fight happened, everyone was like, "Oh, I might have to jump on this boxing thing and just, you know, see what happens." And then obviously some YouTubers, like for example, like who was it? FuziTube, Face Sensei, they still kept up like their sort of fighting habits and had matches with other people. But yeah, it is really interesting because, you know, YouTubers have just come from this platform of, like you were saying, and they've just jumped into a completely different industry entirely, and it's just like, what's going to be next? You know, we've got boxing now. What's going to be the next sport that everyone wants to jump on to get some fame out of it? Or I don't know, man. It's just crazy.
Yeah.
But what do you think about it?
I think it's
go on.
it's massive for YouTube in general, you know.
Mm.
I was just gonna say, like, it's massive for YouTube in general because I think obviously with YouTube it attracts a much younger audience,
Yeah.
and like, you know, a lot of those people who are watching YouTube now hardly even watch television, and you know, a lot of the older audience now are going to be thinking like, oh, you know, what's going on here? This is this massive event which has come from two YouTube stars.
Yeah.
You know, it's just going to even shed more light on YouTube, and it's going to give more opportunities to people, I think, who are going to try and break into being YouTubers. Because even though it is such a saturated market to get into YouTube, if you've got good content, if you've got good ideas, there's always room to, you know, make a full-time living out of it.
Yeah, precisely.
And that's why I think fair play to these guys for putting on such a good show, kind of thing. It goes all the way back to Joey Weller.
Yeah,
When
definitely.
he started his fight with Malfoy, and it's insane to see how far it's come. And yeah, man, you can't underestimate YouTubers for what they can do, man.
Yeah, for real, man. Like taking the platform to a whole different level, literally. But what do you think
Thank you, mate.
about it being on a pro sort of level now with no head guards? What are you thinking about this? What's your opinion on that?
Fair play to him. Fair play. I think in the first fight they wanted to do it without head guards as well, but I think it's because they didn't actually have a professional boxing license, which is why they couldn't do it. But I think that if they did do it with head guards on,
Yeah.
and with the 12-ounce gloves, which they were using in the first fight, it wouldn't have attracted as much attention as it would have. So yeah, fair play to him. Fair play to him. They're clearly taking it incredibly serious, and even as a result, they've got Eddie Hearn on board now.
Yeah, man. What a
So
flipping result
yeah,
that
man.
is.
Fair play to him.
That is gonna be a big
Speaking
game.
of which,
Yeah.
he's absolutely buzzing about this, isn't he? Eddie
Yeah.
Hearn.
Oh, yeah. 100%. Definitely. It's gonna be a big one. That's
He
for sure.
is going to be counting the money, mate.
Cheeky tips here and there from both of them. Who knows? But yeah, man, it's gonna be a big event. Are you gonna watch it? Are you gonna be able to watch it? Because I can't remember if we have to pay to watch it, or obviously we're gonna get the quote unquote dodgy stream links that I won't plug anybody out now because I don't want them to get banned. But still,
We do not endorse illegal streaming here at the Snippet Podcast.
yes, you have to pay for everything. But yeah, I'm gonna be surprised.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if some of our mates want to like meet up and watch it, but it depends obviously at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, to answer your question, it's going to be like it's in Los Angeles, so it's going to be a very awkward time. It's like 4 or 5 a.m. or something.
Yeah.
So I don't know, mate. Probably not. I don't know. It depends, really. Just I have to see what I'm doing the night before. To be
Yeah,
honest,
exactly.
I'll be real about it.
Go to bed and then wake up in the
If I'm on a
morning.
night out,
Yeah.
then- yeah. I mean, yeah. If I'm doing like nothing before, like the night out before, then I don't know. I might set an alarm and watch it. But otherwise,
What was the date
I'll
again for
probably
the
just
fight?
catch the highlights. I don't know, mate. I don't know.
Is it the 9th?
November 5th,
The 5th? On a Tuesday?
or is it the 9th? Oh, yeah. Don't know,
Because
mate. We
the
need to do our
9th is a
research.
Saturday,
We're doing
but
a
yeah.
podcast the Monday after anyway.
Don't worry, it doesn't matter. It's going to be early morning regardless, so we'll see what happens in it. But yeah.
Yeah. Are you gonna watch it?
Bro, same answer as you. I have no idea. To be honest, like, if it wasn't at a ridiculous time compared to, like, the last fight, then I probably would. Even though I'm going to have to try and bypass myself to actually, like, find a link to watch it. But at the same time, like, it's a big thing for YouTubers, but at the same time, I don't really give a shit about it as much as I should, because I'm just thinking, you know what, it's two big heads going against each other. They're getting money at the end of the day, and I'm just still here doing my 9 to 5. You know, we're all working away in that, and what, we're going to give them a little bit extra revenue just to see them bash each other's heads. But to be fair, it is entertainment, like we mentioned. So, I don't know, maybe I'll probably have to see what I'm doing as well. I'll buzz you and let you know, be like, yo, you want to watch it? And we're like, yep, got the link, and then we just watch it. But,
Yeah, it's kind of just like on the fence at the moment, isn't it? It's like,
yeah, precisely. Not sure.
Nah, I don't know.
50-50.
To be honest, I'm more swinging to no, just because you'd have to pay for it, and also
Yeah.
it's
A bump.
time
It
zone's
is a
just
bump.
bad, as we said. But
I mean, obviously they done the press conferences that were free and stuff, but yeah, for the fight you got to pay cheddar.
yes, sir. Yeah, man. I think for me, that's about it. That's all I've got to say on it, to be honest, Raf. What about you?
Yeah, I think it is the same as well, bro. I mean, we've covered what we thought about it, you know, predictions, how we think it's going to go. So I think that is everything to do with it. I mean, I haven't got anything else to say apart from the fact that, like, we could just ask the audience who they think is going to win, KSI or Logan Paul.
Yeah, cool. Sounds good to me. Should we wrap it up?
Yes, my bro. You want to do the outro?
Yes, man. Let's do it. Cool. Right, as usual, guys. Thank you very much for watching. We are obviously on YouTube, we are on Spotify, and we are on iTunes. You can find us all there. Can't remember what we mentioned before about SoundCloud. We're not on there anymore just because we didn't get any traction on there, to be honest, and we were paying for essentially nothing. So apologies if you were watching on SoundCloud. But anyway, as Rafi said, make sure to leave your comments down below who's going to win between the two, or any other comments in general about the fight. And also get in touch with us at Podcast Snippet with any other ideas or topics that you think we should speak about. And that's about it.
Yes. Right, guys. Thank you so much for listening. That's it, really, bro. We've covered it. Just wanted to say, as always, thanks so much for listening and watching, guys. And, usual, leave a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to keep up to date with all our content. As JB has done already, he's plugged all our socials. And, just thank you for the support, really. We've had a blast doing these podcasts so far.
Cool.
And, we'll catch you guys in the next one.
Peace. See you later, guys.
Sure.